German coaches, what they know how to do, most of them, they build a machine first. On building machine in one really offer average player or be machine in one or so exceptional player. Jürgen Klopp team not building with Liverpool. They be kept on telling people, say, if you are not careful, you will term Andrew Robertson as the best left full back in the world. But he was ordinary. But see, the system is there. We build the system, not the tool. Into Obi Obabeshe will be Obeka so nimbo nebo. Yeah, Gerard Martin, Onya de Bako Krau. But Sebastian team no more bomb and team say was a system ni mo no bobo. German coaches, so we build a system. Yeah, system ni nya fa wia. Obi abetinya ba behim obebo boni. That's why I love some of these coaches. Yeah, I mean some chill. Inigo Martinez. Sa tackle no ye. Born na Gerard Martin and a bench striker no. Now, experience onibi. It is a Gerard Martin and Kobeti playing in James Musa boy like Akobo on the now, Inigo Martinez sprinted or giddy. Or drew one. Oh yes, I tackle na enemy. Tackle na oye no only my dear oye say. A bit never so made you red card, but does he care? He does not care. Referee 4 minutes at all, so you have 91 minutes. So the red card. Barcelona said Barcelona maintaining the 4 points. If I saw I was main found make the red card. If I get the ball right, I am a hero. He did not care because King Fanese and Cabone was saying and Camino didn't come away. In Barcelona was 68 points. In Madrid was 66 points. 2 points per El Clasico. Barcelona last game of the season. Omo kwa let's go Bilbao feel. Hey, and you more the brutal. And it's a more for fun and yet trust how. It is a tackle nankwa. In Camino can say can come on 2 points per. Can we be able to see? It's everything about that game had to do with Inigo Martinez because I start the game no 12 minutes. Buena or share Lehanis number 10 rubber. Or for Bobby Danny no trainer for wings view and na almost first chance of Munya Antimera a call boy who just says ye same way, you know. It was such a difficult game. Such games, you know, you need or plus individual skills to be. We a Gerard Martin inexperience anka echo. Then so per the experience of Inigo Martinez, that crucial 2 points. You very see, you know, we'll have a discussion about our 2 points, you know, and that 2 points, you know, a player winning the amount. Madrid ne Alaves. Anyone you know may work. Come Ken. Me you too worried about Rodrigo Goes and goes to do. Me know what is happening. Dibia me kwat na Madrid came a chair me bumper say, Charlie, I want this guy to come back to normal. I was counting my Ken said 20 games was I want go bill. 20 games. I am worried about him. Because Rodrigo Goes, he's one guy, so a form one. Or yet, Juma de Mama the team, you know, defensively, offensively. But the goals are not coming. Number, the highlights and the major one in the game. Hey, Kylian Mbappe tackle no koye ken main pet Madrid ni Barcelona. Sa unkomona ya nanko food. Where Ken me kasha nyamye nyam se koma me ni wudi. Say Alaves player and a good sia Kylian Mbappe. By this time, Florentino Perez nka omu bebu Laliga dan kra sen kan kwafo no ye mo mo be 10 years. The tackle was bad. Na Soto Grado die, I am extremely disappointed in that referee. Say, the report or trace him say it was just a normal tackle. Yeah. I understand. Mbappe one said that so kopra boy no. The intention it was not intentional, I understand. But should the impacts. We Nyamia don't keep what say boy in the career. It is such instances no. Laliga match say referee write it ultra. If you meet me and say 3-4 games. A idea of this season and get Korea how many hetefi also ko stampo ne kra de nenye west sa. Referee is no more Spanish Laliga ne to de bia me hu omu ye kra. Yan call man you give. 2022. Yeah, discussions. Eric Ten Hag. Manchester United first game. And omu boy na Brighton be show omu 1-0. A 2-1. And it's United as no started bio. Someone started bio near says say lose this started but and Eric Ten Hag. Watch this very carefully. Second game, now Brentford are Manchester United 4-0. Na di here na da goal. No mo start here di here. The here ye wunso, the here ye wunso. Na United defense no enye. And no na di ahomtia Manchester United had to go and pay over 60 million pounds for Casemiro. Casemiro ye torne ba say team no they were conceding chances. Listen to this. The word and the reason why they went for Casemiro was that the team was conceding chances to say, conceding chances near bad then we should bring in Casemiro. Number stoppers are there. Casemiro by Uncle Siaga. Okay. Some of this Manchester United defensive problems. And then Alessandro Martinez new guys in buy. Ekwesi saying. Yankosi baby. Okay. Let me bring you back again. 2 years ago, near some Manchester United problems ni na defensive na Harry Maguire. The 2 years Maguire da pass da Maguire crown Bobby Crani e pa dia kwa question say on na Manchester United e concede chances. Say enye Maguire bio. Andrew Onana. When are we going to stop individualizing Manchester United's problems? I want to ask these questions. I understand. Onana no the say we losing the form. But men per se individualism. Let's look at the solution. So let's look at the problems once and for all. Because last year, Ken, what did say a season, you know? Manchester United said 57 goals, conceded 58 goals last year. Amorim ba ye was 49 goals, but conceded 48 goals. Ten Hag the same, Amorim the same. Onu na egu nu animu asa na so mu na egu nu animu asa.
Baby odu ya na yesi ya woni se coach se ba wi asem kra na ba ko ye. A bit obvious boss. So when you care for career. Benti say United and Fadia. The next one Enya Baker. Say the player boss the calling on Tottenham American na kana. Later so a president man. Porto. So Amorim dey na happy because we be him so yadi.
Okay.
No, but see, who's a coach, but
so that is why Meka said, you see, my problem is that Manchester, no, ye per se, ye scapegoat you be. Maguire, the Yamishan, they say, the National Journal, ye the question be. Almost per scapegoating too much. Casemiro, but no, Yadiana. Oba it is saying. I don't know place ni na ba Manchester United or more they come with a good prospect or more no more talents na era. Exactly. So they have a problem we need to start analyzing, not just Andrew. And you only have a problem no. The problem has persisted. And nothing make catch say even the here say it got 4 kind no. It got to some point in time and almost was he was conceding chances and goals be over. Na share before. Anyway, the here Fali Ramadani on the Koulibaly ni Edouard Mendy moko Saudi Arabia. Nti Ebia Ramadani agent. I don't know. You see, Ramadani were links for Saudi Arabia lots, and again Manchester United was so torn.
I know
yeah, so I mean, yes, Saudi bet Nyamombe 35, 40. It's 50. Yeah, so say the unya 50, unya bear 40 cry, you take it. But me, I want him to leave. He should leave. Obi Wako. Now for Frona all ban. We are just hoping say on the baby solution here. 17. Now Robert Sanchez say.
Robert Sanchez. Sanchez is 14.
Ken, Adia course with Chelsea no. A serious case. She coach no. Say Abramovich and Kenneya Pamu coach no. Can I join Crombe Pamono? How on earth is a coach machine team? Here, Mamma Castle, 1-0, no, and as I didn't see you. 1-0 Chelsea supporters near frustrated. Frustrations meaning outside Man City, I say, only Man City in the Champions League slot. Newcastle were 2 games at time, no more 2 games ever. I shall free him. Seems so many Manchester City for any Chelsea are competing in Ashe. Chelsea fans didn't even say, I catch Chelsea last 4 games, sir. Obebo Liverpool will fear, Obeko Newcastle away, Obebo Manchester United will fear, or Kwako or Nottingham Forest. Chelsea fans end him. So last 4 games, then ya good year. It is a Ubeshia, Brentford, Ipswich, Fulham, Everton. I was so say. and we lose what draw. Etio and on what draw against Brentford. If straight town with the share. And the Chelsea are conceding 1 goal. And a goal kicker. Supporters the wolf say Nkofo no say passing from the back and yes so mumpe o say who passing from the back now we Robert Sanchez onyade say passing from the back what the ball name Levi Kwawula onye Chaloba nyade e passing from the back it Chelsea far ball no and Levi Kwawula ko start say passing from the back no pia ball no de ma Robert Sanchez na Robert Sanchez de ma toss na Darabia yo na Darabia de ma Chaloba de ma body be di Chaloba on and o press Chaloba. And the Chaloba de ahumtie so onim yade ne ye and ball two na Kopama lost the ball e we him so nyade ho and Nkofo ne gie dom koye chance and they say and another goal kick I want to supporters ne bufu yes or what master ade na wo ye ne enye ye sesa no supporters aye dey down my coach ade ahompopo asesa the tactics hey Nene coach benye.
The coach say we Robert Sanchez.
Dem set you say pressure na won start so mu deep. Na Robert Sanchez signal coach ni so onye den. And the coach ni say almost bosim. Hey. Supporters say say supporters say
pressure philosophy.
Say almost bosim dia o de bosim. Hey coach.
Pressure to this philosophy. Philosophy. Okay. Biggie.
Ken. Newcastle. The Newcastle for the year Manchester United recently no. Say the Newcastle for answer at the Manchester United book. Because we share Manchester United in Newcastle on the last 6 games Manchester winning back up. And they move 5 Newcastle winning. So how Newcastle dominating Manchester United recently. And for the first time since 1931, Newcastle fought near a double league over Manchester United. Our match Manchester United home and away. The last time you say Newcastle be Manchester United, 1931. And to say dear, Manchester United in Newcastle games, is so clear say Newcastle dominating Manchester United. By game now me witness say idea na amorum di ra game na enye ba. My problem here say profiles now person mo execute sa approach was wrong. Because Manchester United if it is say amorum before bobuku no aye ne 3 back na obo. Against Newcastle the coach ni decide so obey na say obo ne 3 back no aye leni yo and he operate as a left center back. Mazraoui as the right center back. 83 defenders and as a 3 back no do ogina finfin kwesi broni beka so ye sweeper no na ye Lindelof. Anytime be a Manchester United be initiate attack no coach no instruct Lindelof say omo attack bia na on free tire ho na on beka Manuel Ugarte ho e wo finfin ho eno na be allow Christian Eriksen so betume push akonanim no akoka Bruno Fernandes and Garnacho ho. So anytime be a Manchester United for be build up on be sha say some attack bia no Abrantie friend say Lindelof e was obeka Manuel Ugarte ho na omo dane the 2 deep central midfielders omo the be sha say dictate the game a progress the game e dey Manchester United. That was idea Manchester United under Ruben Amorim enu aye hu say dey the build up. By problem omo face ni ye say ken Manchester United players also omo nya build up no omo goalkeeper say o press ne kakra bi obey mistake. Abrantie friend say Ugarte ni Lindelof omo poor skills ni so omo poor retention skills ni eni so ekoye for the Newcastle say Newcastle for who say Manchester United for players I say omo build from the back and from brand ni no omo kra ball na o press omo kakra bi omo chiro omo so adia Newcastle for ye wo game ni say omo be press Manchester United high e Manchester United ankasa half na in the process of omo pressing no Newcastle decided say on be very aggressive in omo pressing so omo press Manchester Manchester United half at the same time on be command to man and ube hu Isaac ube hu Harvey Benz one Murphy Joe Linton one Bruno Guimaraes some players when na press Manchester United for Manchester half abrom ye very aggressive and man to man and Manchester United lose a lot of balls and Manchester United a lot of mistakes and errors Manchester chiro because players I say omum build up no omu kra ball na o press your man on be panic on be mistake enti ken oni ma sene se be o game ni oni si e ball game ni nyina ewie no
Manchester United lose possession 50 times. Danger zone. Manchester United danger zone. Man kasa half no. Manchester lose ball 50 times. Unusual. Very poor on the part of Manchester United. Say, bobo. Opponent ne press or one kasa half. Lose ball 50 times. So for Manchester United goalkeeper. And I'm say on to me pass it very well. Pressing obey mistake no. Manchester United goalkeeper only 2 after so mo drop nana no. Or my passing 57. 57 no onim say emu 30 say. Emu 30 say because pressing goalkeeper ne pe. Either saw the ball ne beche. And also obey mistake. So Manchester United team no. Adi Newcastle for the beat your man no. How mo press say after 90 minutes. Na Manchester United lose possession 50 times. Man kasa half. And a show clearly say Papa ever said Ruben Amorim or changing the style of play. Because can one say Ruben Amorim better Manchester United bobo no. Yeka coaches are and as a teamer Omulusu possession man kasa half. We Crystal Palace for Manchester United. If it is a Ruben Amorim better Manchester United, Crystal Palace ne lose possession more times our man kasa half. We don't feel Manchester United, so it means say Manchester United and the Ruben Amorim say omo build from the back omo very poor and I can who be in Manchester United a lose possession bebree I can who be no lose a consider is cheap goals any mistakes on me. To be honest with you, 4-1 against Newcastle, a lot of mistakes and from Manchester United. Manchester was almost show money coach na was also san insano na oya dia players no be feel comfortable because Mano Ugarte Mone Lindelof no omo ye players omo krabo now press your man on be panic no my a lot of mistakes. Chelsea also go 2-2 against Ipswich Town. A game back to be honest na me say Chelsea be win the game no by a ball 90 minutes ni na wie no na Chelsea akwa draw. Chelsea target here say ye bobo season na wie no I was also qualified to the UEFA Champions League next season. Good for the English clubs. And now UEFA coefficient, say England for the 5 slots. And UEFA Champions League next season. And most likely Liverpool ni Arsenal they qualify for Champions League next season. So among clubs Chelsea, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, and Man City. Clubs we be pre 3 slots. No, so ba ko me ensa ne betima qualify for next season UEFA Champions League. And it's a way Chelsea na opesa obo Champions League ayen fie and draw against Ipswich. No disrespect to Ipswich bobuko no. And na me de say na we video say Chelsea na nkasa supporters at the time anyoma mu ye den de mo no. Chelsea supporters tia players na de omo nye say emomu fi coach ni instruction because the coach na chi omo no emfa results no embrate me friend say Chelsea. Idea ba ko ha Chelsea this season na ye me ya. The kind of points be at Chelsea are dropping and what's the points and you say Chelsea lose. Omoni Ipswich home and away 6 points. Ipswich are 4. Watch Chelsea back abebo draw was Stamford Bridge. Chelsea any Crystal Palace ball fee some match na say Chelsea ball draw or draw ye. Chelsea etne fie Nottingham Forest ball 1-1. Some match na say Chelsea ball draw or draw sa game no. How will lose to Ipswich? Anyhow on the bomb of boy I went to me and say these are games and then say Chelsea drop points. These are games and then say Chelsea a draw. Across the Chelsea bobukuno. And say so are you so clear say Chelsea defensively omonya strong. And how we defending a shaky kakra Chelsea concede goals. Omonya the best defensive side this season in the Premier League. And it is a Chelsea bobo na omo concede goal no omo ye errors e we chirewa. E ya de ayehu. But baby I had Chelsea kese pa no. And for say Chelsea defensively omonya strong no. Attacking third also sway. Because the entire 20 clubs or more Premier League, team or say big chances can see by Chelsea 73. Chelsea say chances I can say every single club in the Premier League, which I am wrong on the part of Chelsea. And the match what Chelsea consider goals number of chances and was more they say and they counter the Oma consider not Chelsea as so 20 clubs are more competing for the Premier League. There was say chances can see by Chelsea 73. And the Aqua Bokua, a chile homo consider. Anyone so chances about no omuntimi utilize it. E can who be my say ken. The chances of Chelsea qualifying for the UEFA Champions League next season are quite quiet. Because some matches are can and de papa. Chelsea matches are obebo Fulham away. Obebo Everton, obebo Newcastle, obebo Manchester United, no akwa ko wie Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest only compete so be qualify for UEFA Champions League. If Chelsea any Enzo Maresca or Manchester United Chelsea and Shea are not Champions League, or meant to me and qualify because the rate almost say chances anyhow omo concede goals no omo ntimi dominate eye phases of playing cycle no Chelsea ntimi dominate. Barcelona could win 1-0 away against Leganes. Very important 3 points for Barcelona. And yeah, Barcelona team who say almost dominated the entire 90 minutes. Because Leganes match, you know, and from Leganes struggle with the Spanish Premier Laliga. Na akwa ding team bi oba ko share Leganes, most especially the top clubs, you know. And yeah, na edene so oba ko share Leganes e wo mu fie. Most especially playing against Barcelona. Barcelona struggle to play against low block teams. In the first 45 minutes, the performance of Barcelona wasn't the best. Because Barca ain't me and control now mo pe won finfio no. Barca Cheslsea with Pedri, Eric Garcia and Femi Lopez. Sa 3 players we no omo ntimi ma sa total control na open no because Eric Garcia ne jebo a open simple pass no we gina ye on person obey mistake. Femi Lopez episode move into space. Enti nipa na also control game no onya any support. Obi an complement Pedri. So the first 45 minutes Barca ntimi control game ne said omo pe because oyi Pedri free wa Femi Lopez ne Eric Garcia no ntimi complement no e mo control game no wo finfio. So first half Barca ntimi nya control no omo pe no. Barca in the first 45 minutes. Obete sa Rahu. No, he a lot of mistakes. Dioman dene tata Rahu enti ma Barcelona chiro na sheki kakra. So the first half who say Barcelona chiro no, omo concede chances. Nothing my friend say Leganes create and now say omo threaten Barcelona. And Barcelona in the first 45 minutes, omo final third no. Now unya sa coordination no. Omo mo ani mo no bi apeso shego. Enti Arsenal Barcelona in entirely the first 45 minutes. Omentimi ambobo na yinim se Barcelona ebono. E can who be na first half. Barca bought 0 shot on target. But in the second half, I who say Frankie Dion be mono. And Barcelona Cheslsea say omo control game ne kakra. Omo timi creating decent chances. And the pressure e to Leganes so. So 3 points na Barcelona akwakunya no. Enye total dominant but very important. But can game na Barcelona winning no. Cheslsea, Inigo Martinez. Big credit to them. Cheslsea no, ne story na efe. Owo Arsenal yemfa na nyehwe yesi onya ade. Oko Juventus ojin kuru a yesi defenders na eboa no. Wa retire from football. Barca goalkeeper kwa kupra. Yesi ye pe goalkeeper na amanaba. At the time I says ni dimba na Barcelona majority of our fans name says ni. By ne who says ni saying. Arguably one of the best ever the Spanish Premier Laliga. Set over 22 games, 12 clean sheets, lose game. La Liga, Champions League, Copa del Rey, Barcelona. Abrante Fencer says ni bomb me do sa level. Me kaye passer says ni ba Barcelona. O kan say pressure one no you mistakes. Na ontimi embo sa ball playing ni bi ontimi sweepy. By papa, your friend say Jose Ramon de la Fuente. On a Barcelona for goalkeepers trainer. Was sa Abrante we ne ball. Christian so ye enyam nwa say oje man of the match against Leganes because oye crucial saves are and one Barcelona and you talk of Inigo Martinez. I am there say Friday no once ye can ask. Or your last man tackle, sa tackle no yeah you know. And said you be a go.
When I'm not for this strike, I was some papa.
And there be one for credit my Inigo Martinez. Inigo Martinez na yard here. Omuna yard here. Because our last man tackle we know. And said you be a go. And now can a Barcelona player na yard here. I am one person with credit by Inigo Martinez. Martin, almost no qua. There be Monfa credit my Inigo Martinez. Monfa credit my Inigo Martinez. Born na Abrante we bono. Na Barcelona echiro no. Na omu leader e Rahu. Ana Kubasi future. By say Adane. Omu leader we echiro no abeye Inigo Martinez. And it's our 2 players no. Cheslsea, Inigo Martinez 3 points ne dey. To me omu na ye adwuma ni na.
Manchester United Ken. The Manchester United problem I have seen, it looks like say Papa to Canada. Watch China, what you be able to for. Oh, come. Ken, Sana United problem now. The Biafo for you know. At China, what you be? We can be able to Premier League matches we are. Obehu Manchester United fought for.
Ukana sanity.
E watch your daddy. Can seriously speaking, now we're cool casting me. Now it draws a lot of attention. Near see Andrew Nana Modemonye for Manchester United. Me Maccabi. I feel say from the level that David DJ any performance are not dying at dinner.
Se David De Gea kwana Manchester United the fair goalkeeper. So also me nyade na se me nkwa. Certainly you have to bring in somebody the performance was so me there. Entina Manchester United supporter. Omo mu di football e, omo mu di game na chi ni nyina no. Expect say nka David De Gea kwana there. The goalkeeper that steps in should be way better than David De Gea. No better than Manchester United. Aside that, it is a club and one record of having good goalkeepers. It is all the goalkeeper bar. And also be able to the more also. You do nana home command. You need to nana your mistakes are. And no credit. You need to nana more from. And no credit. But then again, whenever you are comparing two things, as they say, and the kind of performance goalkeeper by in there, at dying at the end run, okay, he's making Onana look like a saint. Goalkeeper no more than so many. In your debut Premier League, yes, you know Nyadi or the goals check from last season, neighbor. Goalkeeper why errors in the Premier League leading to goals? Kasiapa, Andre Onana. Why 8? Look at the number of matches at Manchester United above. Share how many times Onana other goal posting him. Why 8 errors leading to goal? By in there about them in the first match. Premier League, in the debut in the Premier League. Why one mistake leading to goal? An error from the goalkeeper. If you imagine, say, when you have the number of matches, mistakes don't do sign over the Manchester United. Who you only free one man? The time see the United problem no move from. And now, what I saw wrong with the Manchester United team was a problem with the players on the field of play, especially Manchester United defense. They are not showing somewhere ready to remember Manchester United. Victor Lindelof is a typical example. One of the most experienced players of Manchester United. Who may Victor Lindelof? The years I was still United clearly actually. So coach him out plan so we play execute. Near the plan him out we know park in the soa. I thought that coach they watch no. Who now they watch the implement or park in the so. She quite fast one Newcastle in the first goal. Player kita ball or pass. Without knowing where the pass was going. No one can Daniel ko box him. Now what Alexander Isak and Kwao. You young more born, wouldn't be a born ever. Player now will match no. What Johnny Honum? And this season, he is Newcastle United's best player. What don't know Honor will rub boxing him. If you pass the buy now, if see Alexander Isak, I think I was saying about the Chiabe Isak. At that time, Isak a far born every. This is a player who is very intelligent. Your man is space. It is a wood giant, not far born if you are. Look at the kind of pass or the mouth to Nali Manabo born. And at that time, another inexperienced player, Euro, and also the Nechi, and the Yama player or Takeno. Eventually, a far born boy and a bonus. Second goal at Manchester United, conceded Livramento de Diago Dalot. Cut back the D can buy, and I say about later my go in the buy. No problem with that. But quite a fast one, Diago Dalot, Eja Livramento managed the ball BT no, without showing any form of urgency in a game against Newcastle. You beat you where you no problem. But after say you beat you where you know, you have to track back as a defender. In the first half, none of the money bad. But in the second half, why you have to track back as a defender, that player not relax it. Watch me on fan say other players all. And no cover 18-yard area anymore. I could that particular cross. I deal with a new coach in the water catch now. The level you have gotten to. Mazraoui a football what tough from United third goal I consider here. Mazraoui to Toyana. Player the far ball, heavy bands a far ball. Look at where he picked the ball. Omu Jano man the ball never ran it half we honum. Later, Obeshe players me fin. Lindelof, any Euro, fin. They allowed him to go a ball on the share. Can these things and your coach in a better? That is why I'm saying, say, the Manchester United problem, Onana the end but I'm not game now, you know. I saw that these players are not serious to play for Manchester United. It's another problem to us, you know. Manchester United can't that. Clearly. And now, problem for Fraba. See, Harry Maguire, Monana, a bomb of water. And the Manchester United supporter, Bianya, and Harry Maguire, and no. And now I am sure. So United support the Bureau of Empire, but they say, wait and go now. Clearly, by then to me, Pamo Nana, a world class goalkeeper.
So say, Isaki Boyo chain, name the ball. They play from the back and I can pass him. Minister away. Enya bono ko boche.
Oboche no.
And the coach say maybe na to Chelsea. Supporters catch Chelsea for some bonus. And we knew the reason because ball na dey challenge there. They turn it to be money free.
Kid, anything that is why I've talked about his fault. Any defenders no.
Coach is on passing. And on passing na go yi.
It one passing the year. Anything that because the coach in my plan now for executing we are. Problem no how to execute the plan gina who player now go gina park and also.
You say the most you never see about mo.
So Watara started we are. I'm sure no Watara nya. It's for me there are a lot of problems in the Manchester United team. It needs a holistic approach. Omontenase. No more because I am sure they have given up on this particular season. And in Tina, coach and then dream and then attention I call Europa because he feels that is the only way to about Champions League. Now if you want to betray Eddie Asheni team no. Can Kakebi on air Arsenal. Me Arsenal and Brentford nibi. Now adia ba ko me hu ya manage say in almost every game I over here after certain key players a player or Arsenal no. Arteta tries to build an all-round team. Thomas Partey party na a right back on the day. Partey on several occasions no kremijitum. But what I fast for Arsenal a go against Brentford. Time a counter attack by most of the time. Nka obenya players are forward line players. And uncommon call for the run. But in this instance, Declan Peke ball it was Thomas Partey. Yes. Player any usual of him. So no need take that kind of step. And he take that step. And eventually pass in the corner, he was able to execute it. Madrid for a casa, Thomas Partey to so casa. The confidence in the Arsenal camp is growing. Now me feel saying committing at the 3 maximum points to build the momentum to play the Real Madrid game. Unfortunately, but at least that kind of performance I mean, and the all-round team and Mikel Arteta air building, Jakub Kivior, who has been a bench warmer, any opportunity, but and in every game he plays, he gives you something good to talk about. And I believe that on Wednesday we are in to watch something good between Real Madrid and Arsenal. That draw, and Madrid no. I am happy that these are players that have played to that level. Could do Champions League in the finals, and he has that kind of confidence. Or inspire other players, going into that particular game. Beautiful football on Wednesday in Shekin.
Okay, I know Biggie. Biggie Meda was saying.